Alrighty guys, what is going on? It's your boy ProWrestlingFan71 here today with my first video on YouTube. Alright, so just a couple things. We're going to go ahead and break down an intro and then we're going to go ahead and break down something else. Alright, so I didn't know what to actually title this YouTube page, so I just went ahead with Pro Wrestling Fan. The stuff that you guys are going to see in it, WWE pay-per-view predictions, my opinions. You're going to see UFC news and pay-per-view predictions and boxing pay-per-view and predictions. Now, I'm probably going to throw up a Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather fight prediction card later on tonight, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Also, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to pretty much be recording all day long, just so that I have the video set up for when I do want to go ahead and set them up and post them on YouTube. So if you guys honestly see me wearing the same outfit, it's because all of this has been shot in the same day. But let's go ahead, guys. One of the series on this channel that I'm going to be doing is ranking pay-per-views by years. I started hardcore watching wrestling in 2000, and that's where we're going to start from. I was born in 1998. I'm 16. I've been watching wrestling for a while, literally since 2000, so subtract off 2 years. I've been watching wrestling for 14 years. 15 years. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down. There were 13 pay-per-views in the month of, 14. There were 14 pay-per-views in the month, or not in the month, or in the year 2000. So let me go ahead and break down to you guys how we're going to work this out. We're going to have the significant match, which I pretty much thought was the best on the card, and then we'll go ahead and run down for you the main event. So let's go ahead and start with number 14. We have King of the Ring 2000. The significant match of the night to me was D-Generation X versus the Dudleys in a handicap dumpster tables match. I believe it was Road Dogg and X-Pac and Terry against the Dudleys. And then the main event was a 6-man tag team match for the WWE Championship. The Rock, Kane, and Undertaker took on the McMahon-Helmsley faction, which was Shane McMahon, Triple H, and Stephanie. And basically how that worked is if the McMahons win, Triple H gets the belt. If Undertaker, Rock, and Kane win, The Rock gets the belt. So that entered off at number 14. It really wasn't the best pay-per-view in my opinion. Next up, at number 13, we've got Insurrection 2000. My significant match was Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit, and our main event was The Rock versus Triple H and Shane McMahon for the WWF Championship. Just didn't click. Alright, number 12, Rebellion 2000. Significant match on the card was The Undertaker versus Chris Benoit. And then the main event was Kurt Angle versus The Rock versus Rikishi versus Stone Cold. You guys are going to see a lot of Chris Benoit on this list, man. I don't condone what he's done with the steroid abuse and the hanging himself and his family. But, man, when it's all said and done, he's a phenomenal wrestler. Phenomenal wrestler. Alright, so next we're moving into number 11. We've got No Mercy 2000. Significant match was Chris Benoit versus Triple H. I also put The Rock and Kurt Angle under there as well, and that was the main event. And that's where Kurt Angle, I'm pretty sure, captured his first WWE Championship at the time, obviously, WWF. So next we're moving into number 10. We're moving into the top 10. We've got Unforgiven 2000. The significant match on the card, Triple H versus Kurt Angle, as well as the main event, which was a fatal 4-way match for the WWF Championship, The Rock, Kane, Benoit, and Taker. Number 9 on my list is Armageddon 2000. The significant match, of course, was the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match, and then Chris Jericho and Kane in a last man standing match. The Armageddon Hell in a Cell featured champion Kurt Angle, The Rock, Undertaker, Triple H, Rikishi, and Stone Cold, in which you've seen Kurt Angle take care of business. So now we're moving in on the list. At number 8, we have Backlash 2000. Although this match ended by disqualification, Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental title, it was still a match that you have to see. Just wrestling, I mean, it's just technical wrestling, you know what I mean? And then the main event, we had The Rock capturing the WWF Championship, defeating Triple H. Now we move into number 7, which was WrestleMania 2000, a.k.a. WrestleMania 16. The significant match was the Triangle Ladder match for the WWF Tag Team Championships. We had Edge and Christian, we had the Dudleys, and we had the Hardys. that would also lead to tables, ladders, and chairs later on in that year in August. We'll get to that in a bit. And then the main event, 36-minute long Fatal 4-Way match. It's the longest Fatal 4-Way match that I've ever watched before. And it was for the WWF Championship. It was Triple H, The Rock, Mick Foley, and Big Show. It was there. You know, it's not a bad way to end the show. You get everybody that's been going after the championship in one match. But, Alright, so we move into number 6, which I had Survivor Series 2000 on there. Significant match was Kurt Angle, Undertaker, as well as the main event match and a no disqualification match between Stone Cold and Triple H, which also ended, or not also, but which, by the way, ended in a no contest. And then now we're going into our top 5. At number 5 is No Way Out 2000. Significant match, Edge and Christian versus the Hardys, as well as the main event, which is probably one of the best Hell in a Cell matches that I've personally seen. Triple H and Cactus Jack, personally, I'd say watched firsthand. I went back and watched the other Hell in a Cell matches from like a couple years ago. I will also have a video ranking the Hell in a Cell matches as well. We'll do. Sorry that I'm getting off topic. Excuse me, guys. But we will have things like that. We'll have ranking Money in the Bank ladder matches. You know, all that types of stuff. All right, so we're gonna go into number 4 here, which was Fully Loaded 2000. It was one of my favorite pay-per-views, honestly, of all time. Fully Loaded 2000 was one of my favorite pay-per-views. And we had Triple H versus Chris Jericho in a last man standing for our significant match. And then our main event, which was also a significant match, was The Rock versus Chris Benoit. If I'm not sure, this pay-per-view was built as a triple main event. I'm pretty sure The Undertaker and Kurt Angle was the other main event. Stone Cold might have been in there. But those are my 2 favorite matches on the card. Triple H and Chris Jericho, last man standing, and then The Rock Benoit for the WWF Championship. Next, we've got number 3. We've got SummerSlam 2000. Significant match of the night. Edge, the Hardys, and the Dudleys in tables, ladders, and chairs. We also put the main event as a significant match as well between The Rock, Kurt Angle, and Triple H. And it's a great way to end a show. Great way to end a hot night, man, with 3 of the top superstars in the company. 3 of the top buys in the company, nonetheless. And they were able to maximize full potential out of those 3. And then we move into number 2, which is Judgment Day 2000. Significant match, obviously, Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho in a submission match. And then the main event, an Iron Man match for the WWF Championship. We had The Rock losing the championship to Triple H. And ladies and gentlemen, number 1, the Royal Rumble 2000. We had the street fight between Cactus Jack and Triple H, which is one of the best hardcore street fight, whatever you want to call it, matches of all time. 26 minutes of Cactus Jack and Triple H beating the living hell out of each other, and it was awesome. And then a way to end the night, The Rock wins his first Royal Rumble match, eliminating the Big Show. So just in case you guys know, I actually took the time out to write down significant match and what I thought was and then I ranked them there. So just so you guys know, this did take time. But ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning in to my first video. I'm already working on ranking the 2001 pay-per-views, which was one of my favorite years, by the way. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather predictions could be coming later on tonight, and I'll just keep you guys updated. Many more videos coming like this, or many more videos like this are coming soon. So I thank you guys for watching. You can leave a like. You can comment down below. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll leave my Twitter, YouTube name down below. I'll leave my personal Instagram and my personal Twitter down below as well. I am ProWrestlingFan71, and I thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.